For you guys who want to know more about what's happening with Woodford, are we going to go? Am I still in the industry? Are we still coaching? I'm going to say one thing. Okay guys, we're going to ask Woodford. I am your host as always, Christian Woodford. This is episode 48. This is going to be clear, concise and simplistic, but we all know nothing I do is really simplistic and nothing I do is short either. But I want to say one thing before I begin this episode 48. I've just finished filming with my man Alex, something that I believe all trainers, coaches, students, you need to get. I'm pretty excited about this because it's something that Alex and I talked to Alex about, I've talked to a lot of trainers and coaches about. What is the biggest thing students lack coming through qualification courses, education, whatever it is, right? The biggest thing that most people talked about, Alex, and you can say it, was programming. They lacked the theoretical, not theoretical, but the application, the understanding of the justification behind the why behind programming. None of that bullshit that what happens in fucking in science only. Listen, when you're in the private sector and you are coaching for this is my job, my full-time job to get paid so I can survive, and you need to get results. Hey, you need to know how to understand the science. Yeah, that's fucking great that fucking someone wrote a study and it said this in a lab. Fair fucking tastic. But in the fucking real world, hey, that's not always the case. You have limitations. So we have done a 10-module series on programming. Fucking from 1 to 10, man, I not only give you the fish, I give you the fucking rod and the bait and I teach you how to fish. This is legit. Listen, I'm pretty sure I'll go for about an hour and a half, you reckon? About an hour and a half of fucking knowledge on programming, the theory and the application. What works in the real world. I'm excited about it. Look out for it. Listen, I'll be honest, it's probably going to come out next 6 months. I'm hoping, because we need to what's that word for it, Alex? You need to edit it. But listen, it is fucking legit. It goes through programming principles, our fundamental sports science principles, the applications of them. We go through case studies. Listen, guys, look out for it. I don't know the working title. I can't remember what it is, but it's going to be fucking legit. Programming, 3 questions, let's answer them. Hit it, 48.
Shawnee, really loving your content. Just wanted to ask if you think it's worth trying to get into the industry. Seeing that your post gave me a reality check, but I just started my first year doing sports science at uni, and I'm a bit lost.
Oh, is it worth it? Fuck. Ooh, have I answered that question, mate? That question goes through my mind. I reckon the last month has gone through my mind at least 100 times a day. What the fuck am I doing? But I'm going to answer it this way. If you truly love this and you love this and this has been on your mind, let's say let's give you an example. What was his name? Shawnee, I'll give you an example. Maybe there was a kid you might know, right? Maybe there was a kid I knew, right? When he was 15 years old, 14 years old, right? And he begged his mother for months to go to this place. This place might have been down the road, right? And he begged his mother, and he begged his mother to buy a dumbbell set because this young kid wanted to train. And this kid was so obsessive of training, right? And so obsessive about understanding the reasons why you trained and what strength training did to the body in terms of muscularly, but also in terms of the whole body. And he's obsessed with it, right? And he got so obsessive to a point that this kid one day, he used to go get magazines of bodybuilders and laminate them in his work and print them off and put them all around his room because he was so obsessive. Or when this kid was so in love with what he did, he used to lock himself in his room and read books by guys like Tudor Bumper, or go on bodybuilding.com and read articles on T Nation when he was 17 and 16. If you're doing that, you know you're in the right industry. So my advice to you is it worth it? Well, I guess it's up to you. I guess it's a subjective thing. That kid was me, by the way. And regardless if you're going through hell in this industry and you find, yeah, it is flooded, but just recently, for me, it's been hard. It's been pretty hard, this industry. Oh, fuck. Is it worth it? Not with your life. Not with your life. It's been real hard on me, mate. So, listen, I love this industry. I always love it. But it's not worth your life, though. So, if you feel that this is something you don't want to do, or you're not really true in love with it, I don't think you should do it. That's my advice. But if you love the industry and you're willing to stick at it and you're willing to put up with a bit of shit, then yeah, stay in it. But it's not worth your life. But if you love it, do it. But don't just do it because you just think that you're going to say, well, I love sport and fitness and all this shit. No, this is something that I love more than words. I think that if you do love it, you'll stay. If not, that's not up to me, brother. But hopefully you can figure it out for yourself. And yeah. The next question.
Jack Reed.
Yeah.
Second time asking question on Ask Woodford. When you were going through your bachelor degree, what else were you doing other than studying your subjects, as in looking up to articles or completing internships, etc., on a day-to-day?
That's a good question. Man, listen. That while you're doing uni, right? If you cannot be starting year 3. If you think you're starting year 3 in fucking work experience, it's too late. You're behind the 8 ball. Fucking the best thing what you did was not like me, didn't go to uni first. You were getting the best thing. You didn't know at the time, but you just did it, right? Like me, that's what I did. I was a mature age. I got into 19, 20, even though I'm mature, but still they classify you and I as mature age. Mature age is the best because they know what the fuck they want to do. 18 or too young. You got to be coaching from day one. If that means going to get your Cert 3 and 4 at Woodford Sports Science Consulting, well, fucking go get your Cert 3 and 4. The Orphic boys, there's a shout out to you. We do Cert 3 and 4 as well. If you're looking to do Cert 3 and 4, you want to do what Alex and I did first. You and I both got our Cert 3 and 4 first before you go to uni, motherfucker. That's what you do. Go do it. I'm a proponent 100% of doing it. Alex is a perfect example. Someone who's young coach coming through the ranks will become very successful one day. Got to still work. He's laid the foundation. Now he's building his house. He's doing a good job. Alex did it. I did it. Fantastic. That's my personal opinion. I think the first thing you should do is go out and get your Cert 3 and 4. Start coaching. Start applying that knowledge. The thing which people don't do, young kids, don't develop the skill set of, ding, 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 the art of communication. I'll tell you something, it is a fucking art. I'm still learning. I'm learning every day of the best way I can communicate with a client to get them to buy in, to make them believe in me, to get the most out of them. That is an art you cannot be learning in a textbook. So my personal advice is this. Day one of your course, if you're not doing it now, what's his name? Jack, go out, intern, put your hand up. It doesn't have to be at a pro sporting organisation. Go to your local under 8s, under 9s. Structural warm-up. Learn what the coach thinks about. Learn how to communicate with the coach or the players. Learn how to communicate with young kids, juniors and seniors. Learn out, well, that might work in theory, but in practical application, that doesn't work. Well, what about this? What about that? Learn to adapt on the fly. Learn to adapt under pressure. This is a skill set. Start learning it. Start applying it. Internships instead of reading. There's only one guy I read. No, I'm kidding. Listen, number one guy, Joe DeFranco. Listen, just follow Joe DeFranco, you'll be fine. If you don't follow him, follow me. Mike Boyle. These guys, Mike Boyle, Eric Cressy, Joe DeFranco, they're the big guys in America I follow. Research Alan Pierce, he's been on my show, episode 47, Alan Pierce. Check the last episode, Dr. Alan Pierce, I read all his work. Dan Baker does some fantastic work in Strength of Power. He hasn't produced much in a while, the president of ASCA. In terms of scientists, in terms of academics, but he's really a coach as well. They're the main guys I watch. But my main point of thing is, you can read all you want, start applying. Especially if you want to become a coach, start getting your hands dirty. Stop thinking that you're elitist and you have to only go pro sport. Listen, these days, I'll be honest with you, it's going to be, it's in the Australian market right now, it's flooded because have you seen all these master's degrees come out? Masters of soccer performance, of football performance. What the fuck? Like, fuck, where the fuck are the jobs? He's like, great, fantastic. And I read where the jobs, they say high performance manager. No one's going to, listen, this is how you get a job, right? If you want a job in pro sport, right, here's what you do, right? People keep asking, here's what you do, or anywhere, right? Go fucking network and start applying your skill set. More education isn't always better. More education is better. More tertiary study is better for the guy who's been in the field for 10 years and wants to upskill in his knowledge a little bit. That's fine. They've got the theory, they've got the application. Now they just need a bit more theory. If you've just gone from an undergrad straight to a master's program thinking you need a job, no, not going to happen. Stop doing that. It's fucking, I'm not going to use the word retarded, but I just think it's fucking stupid. Stop using it. Next question. Last one. Let's go.
Charlie Dellman.
Charlie, let's go. What's up?
What type of periodization would you do for rugby athletes pre-season? Strength, hypertrophy, speed, power block?
Well, that's interesting.
Or conjugate type?
That's interesting you say this, Charlie, because this gives into a segue. If you'd like to learn more about programming, by my programming video online series, 10 module series I talked about at the start. But question to Charlie is, he asked about pre-season, what do I look at? Charlie, that is the most fucking wide-ended question I've ever heard in my fucking life, right? I don't know what I'd fucking use because you haven't given me enough fucking details, mate. You could be using anything literally because he could be a novice with no training history. Do you know what I fucking do then? Bodyweight basic movements with bait and then just overload it progressively in a linear fashion and they'll get bigger, stronger, faster. Is that it? It was too wide open, man. Too wide open. That's ridiculous. Too wide open, Charlie. Give me more specifics. But if not, buy my programming. That's it, Alex, by the way. Is it? Do you want to go one more or not?
I think we got one more episode.
No, hit me.
No, keep it there clean.
You want to keep it there clean? Listen, I just want to say one thing to all you. Listen, I got emotional. The reason I got emotional about the second thing is, I won't, let's just say that I've done this for 7 years, Woodford. I've done Woodford for 7 years. Lot's changing in my life. A lot of things are changing at Woodford, but my life. I've only known one thing for 7 years. I'm going to talk about this at length one day. Today's not the day. And it's funny because Alex said to me, I'd love to sit down and talk to you about it. And I said, listen, when you come back, I'd like to actually talk about this. So when Alex comes back, I will film this and we will talk about this. But at the moment, I don't want to talk about this. But I've made it known I have struggled with my mental health, and there was something that has happened to me that was I don't know how to say it in words, but it's put my life into perspective and a lot of other things, and made me realise that there's more to life than this, and there's more to life than me doing this job. I'm more than this, and I need to figure out who I am again and figure out the Christian, the person behind the brand. And this is what's made me realise what life's about. And I need to start looking after my own mental health. So that's why I broke down. I didn't mean it in any way in terms of the industry or anything, but I truly love this industry. I really do. I truly fucking love this industry. And if you've noticed, I've gone off social media. I'm not on social media anymore. In terms of Christian Woodford, I have no social media. Alex actually deleted them, so thank you. I have no social media anymore, and I don't know when I will get back on it. Don't know when. I don't know if I ever might get back on it. Woodford will keep the page, obviously, the social media, obviously, but I don't know. I've got to look. I need to look after myself first. So that's the reason why you might be thinking to yourself, "Wow, Woodford, where's your social media? Christian Woodford, where's your social media?" I don't have it, so I don't know. We don't really know right now, so I'm just look at life a bit differently. So that's why. And you know what? When I do talk about it, it will inspire someone. And Alex, you did write something to me that I will smile now. I'm happy. Hopefully one day it can, and I think it will. So when I do talk about it, I'm still working through it. You know, I'm working through a lot of stuff right now with my psychologist, and yeah, it's been a hard few weeks. But thank you for all the messages of support that I do still get on my Messenger, but not on my Facebook because I don't have one. That's why I'm not posting. Just let everyone know I'm not posting. You probably have a lot of questions. Probably people might have a lot of questions. I'm not going to answer any of them because, yeah, not just, you'll see what happens. That's all I'm going to say. Watch this space. All I'm going to say is, if you think, for everyone out there who've been talking, I've heard, just let me say this. The rumours I've fucking heard. I've heard that I'm going to America and I'm staying there. I heard I'm going bankrupt. I've heard that we're shutting down. I've heard that we are going on, but we're going on in another state. Bro, no shit, this is swear to God, I've heard all these rumours. I've heard a rumour that I've completely quit the industry. I've heard that I am coaching, but I'm coaching out of someone else's gym. Mate, this is no shit, but all because of innuendo and that, people talk. Oh, I heard that I owe the taxation office $2 million. Let me say one thing, let me say this.
That's the funniest one.
So for everyone out there, for you guys who want to know more about what's happening with Woodford, are we going to go? Am I still in the industry? Are we still coaching? I'm going to say one thing. Nothing. So